Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem Burka Kudash. My double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS who taught me this truth, which is the 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect spread around the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and doing the work to push this truth. Shalom. It's the brother YASHARAHLA from the GMS Italia camp, and I'm here with a quick one. And I would like to start reading from the book of Joshua chapter 5 verse 6. So I'll get the King James, which quotes, "For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness till all the people that were men of war which came out of Egypt were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of Yahweh, unto whom Yahweh sware that they would not that he would not shew them the land which the Lord Yahweh, YASHAMIAHLA, swear unto their fathers, that he would give us a land that floweth with milk and honey." And now, if you go back to read in the book of Ecclesiasticus, you know that which has been is now, and that which is now has been. Okay, there is nothing new under the sun, and these scriptures are actually written for the future to help us, to be a guide for us. Okay, so the same things that took place in the wilderness, where many of them were complaining, they were complaining for water, they were complaining for food, cussing out Moses and Aaron, doing all sorts of craziness and foolishness, and all this was all fight for their flesh, man. None of them were spiritual. Only few of them were spiritual to understand what was going on, but the rest of them were all about the flesh. And this is the same thing that's going on in these times, man. The time of that wilderness is coming back, okay? And only a few are going to make it into the promised land, So those of you who will be complaining about what you eat, what you wear, whatever, how you're going to feed, how you're going to do this and that, the Most High is going to destroy most of you, because the scriptures tells us we shouldn't bother for what we're going to eat or drink. We shouldn't bother with what we're going to wear. The Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be a refuge for us. That's why you have this truth, okay? To be wise and walk as a wise one, not as a foolish person in these times, These are the times you need to make certain moves, to get yourself prepared for the times that we're about to get into. Okay, saying that, Esau has no time and is coming with these laws, and very soon you wouldn't be able to get into the grocery stores to get food. Very soon you wouldn't be able to get into the grocery stores the way you used to. Okay, so this is the same thing that happened in that time that is coming again, okay, in a different form. So those who are going to be complaining, they're definitely going to look for excuses and give themselves reason why they should go and bow and take the serpent serum, which is going to lead to the mark of the beast. Okay, and this is a usual thing. Your mind, once you start having all these complaints, your mind starts building different excuses for you. Your brain starts coming up with different excuses and give you a reason why you should go and bow for that thing, which is the flesh. The flesh is worth nothing, man. The flesh is going to lead to death. That's why we really need to be in the spirit. And why did they make it into the land? Let's read from this New International Version. It says, "The Israelites had moved about in the wilderness 40 years until all the men who were of military age, who they left Egypt, had died. When they left Egypt had died, since they had not obeyed Yahweh, for Yahweh had sworn to them that they would not see the land he had solemnly promised their ancestors to give us, a land flowing with milk and honey." This same land is coming, man. This same land is coming, okay? This same land is coming, which is, the new kingdom that we are promised, man. And those who would not believe the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those who would not put their trust on him, those who don't call the true names, who are not willing to give up these things these worldly things, that they are so attached to. These people are not going to make it into the promised land, man. So this is the book of Numbers 14:29. Your bodies will fall in the wilderness, who were numbered in the census, everyone 20 years of age or older, because you have grumbled against me. Okay, this is not the time to grumble against the Most High. Why should I leave my job? Why should I do this? Why should I do that? These were the ones numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest. When they counted the Israelites on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. Deuteronomy 2:7. Indeed, the Lord Yahawashi, your power, has blessed you in all work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. The Lord Yahawashi has been with you these 40 years, and you have lacked nothing, man. The Most High knows the period we're about to go into, and this is a great test for each one of us. He's going to provide for our needs, man. You shouldn't worry about losing your job. You shouldn't worry about, giving up certain things, certain comforts in this kingdom. This kingdom is worth nothing. The time we spent traveling from Kadesh Barnea until we crossed over the brook of Zered was 38 years, until that entire generation of fighting men had perished from the camp, as Yahweh had sworn to them. So we don't want to be part of these people. Like you can see, the Most High is really exposing a lot of camps right now. This is the time they are actually planning to do different things. We can see that they don't even have the plan. They don't have the return of Yahawashi in the plans, man. And these men, most of them are not going to see this promised land, man. They're not going to make it through to the kingdom, man. So this kingdom should be the first priority in our hearts, man. Though all who had come out of were circumcised, none of those born in the wilderness on the journey from Egypt had been circumcised. Okay, and Joshua raised up their sons in their places, and these were the ones circumcised. Until this time, they were still uncircumcised, since they had not been circumcised along the way. Some wandered in the desert wasteland, finding no path to a city in which to dwell. Okay. So anyway, this was just actually a thought, and I wanted to share it. The time of the wilderness is coming back again, and those that murmured against the Most High, the Most High didn't make them see this promised land, man. They didn't see the promised land. They were destroyed. Many of them, they had the faith. They were humble. They didn't go after the flesh. One moral that you can get from the story is the flesh, man. And how they were complaining were just stupid things. After seeing a lot of miracle, after the Most High has given them manna, had given them water from a rock, they would always, they will always bring up problems, due to their flesh, to satisfy the lust of their flesh. So this flesh is worth nothing, man. This kingdom is worth nothing, man. So, hey, prepare your spirits. I just wanted to share this quick thought. Hopefully it was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rukakodash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect spread around four corners of the earth. Shalom.